Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by ALNY Stocks. Today is Monday, May 12th, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. The futures this morning are trading higher by about 7 points to 18.80 and a quarter per contract. So decent little move in the futures. You can see right around 5 o'clock in the morning, the futures started to take off to the upside. They have come in a little bit, but nonetheless, they're still up about 6.5 to 7 points, and we should watch that this morning. Markets are holding up pretty well right now. When you look at the NASDAQ futures, got a similar type move. That's up 19 and a quarter points. So pretty good little pop there for the NASDAQ futures as well. So markets as a whole are holding up pretty decently. Looking over a few things in this market, and we haven't talked about this as of late, but when you look at the European markets this morning, they're also keeping pace here. German DAX up about 0.9%. You also have the London FTSE up about 0.3%. The Russian problems is not really coming out to be a big negative here. So we'll see how that plays out, but that always is a wild card. Anything that goes on in the Ukraine, we'll see how that plays out. But right now it is not really hurting the overall stock market indexes. All right, let's take a look at a few stocks on the list here. We're going to go right to ticker symbol PF, which is Pinnacle Foods. They are being bought out today, I believe, by HSH, which is Hillshire Brands. So again, Pinnacle Foods, do not touch it if you don't own it already. Leave it alone. It's probably just going to go sideways for the most of the rest of the day. Again, that stock is being bought out today by Hillshire Brands. HSH, which is Hillshire Brands, is trading up on the news, but they're the acquiring company, so don't look for a lot out of this stock. This stock most likely could fall a little bit. Anytime a company acquires somebody else, they're paying for that company, so that stock generally will usually slip or trade lower, so be aware of that. So we'll see how that all shakes out and plays out, but nonetheless, both stocks are up decently. Hillshire Brands, HSH is trading higher, as well as Pinnacle Foods. But again, you do not want to buy Pinnacle Foods here. If you own it, congratulations, trail your stop loss. If you don't own it, leave it alone. You can't buy it now. All right, let's take a look at a few other things here. GOGO is on the move. This is the internet service provider for the airlines. You're going to see the stock has really been beaten down. Closed at $11.93. Looks like they came out with earnings. Stock is trading right around $13. I'm not sure I see a lot of upside for this equity. It would hit a pretty good resistance level around $15.50. Should it trade up to that level? I'm not even sure it gets there. But nonetheless, it's a good little pop. Anytime you get a dollar pop on a $12 stock, that's a pretty good little move. So we want to respect it from at least from what we're seeing so far this morning. Let's take a look at TSRO. This is the pharmaceutical company. This is not the oil refinery stock. So again, TSRO is TSRO, and the stock is gapping up pretty nicely. Went up to around $30. There seems to be a fair amount of resistance around this area, around $30. Looks like they hit one of their trials on their drugs, hepatitis B, I believe. But again, read the news if you want. I only care about the stock price. Looking at the stock right now, the next big resistance level that I do see would be around $33.50. I'm not sure it gets up there, but if it does, watch for resistance there on the equity. Let's take a look at Pfizer this morning. Pfizer's in the news again. They are in heavy pursuit of AstraZeneca. Right now, the stock's trading at $29.20. It closed at $29.03. I'm not sure how Pfizer's going to trade here. It's a bit oversold. There seems to be a lot of support around $29. So again, I have a hard time thinking the stock's going to go significantly lower from here, but it looks like they are continuing to raise the bid for AstraZeneca. So again, I don't know if we're going to see much upside in Pfizer, but there shouldn't be much downside either around the $29 level unless they significantly raise the offer for AstraZeneca. Let's take a look at another biotech here, ALNY. This is Analym Pharmaceuticals. And what you'll see here for this stock is that the stock closed at $54.33. It's now trading at $58.90. Again, I'm not sure what the news is here. I forget already. But you can check it out for yourself. Watch for some resistance really around $63.50. There'll be more resistance around the $67.50 level. and possibly even $70. So I don't even know if it gets to those levels, but just if it does, those would be your resistance points that you'd be watching for. But nonetheless, stock is catching a good little bid here before the opening bell, and we'll just have to wait and see exactly how this all plays out going forward. But nonetheless, a good little bid. The market's a little bit on the quieter side. Usually after on earnings season, Mondays are not the most busy days, but tomorrow will be much busier in the morning. Also this afternoon, you'll get a lot more stocks coming out with earnings and things of that nature. So you do want to be aware of that. But right now, ahead of the opening bell, we'll just take it a little bit on the slower side. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the gold market today. Gold is flying. Gold is having a big move back above $1,300 an ounce, trading up about $13 per contract on gold futures. So gold is right now trading at $1,301 an ounce. That is not a bad move for gold. Let's go to the GLD here. GLD you'll see trading at 125.31. That's a pretty decent pop today, considering the GLD closed at 124.10. So I'm not sure what the deal is there with gold, but nonetheless, you're having a pretty good little pop there this morning. I haven't seen the reason why gold is up, but nonetheless it is, and that's all that matters. Let's take a look at the GDX. GDX is trading around $24 a share right now. It closed at $23.73. So you got a little uptick also in the GDX. We'll see if that can sustain itself or maybe move a little bit higher. But nonetheless, gold is trading higher this morning, and I'm not really sure why. Let's take a look at oil. Oil is trading up about 45 cents on the session. Light sweet crude, that is, to $100.43 a barrel. Let's go over to the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that is trading at $36.56. It closed at around $36.40, so it is upticking a little bit. Nothing great, nothing terrible, but the problems in Russia and the Ukraine can keep a little premium built into the oil price. Also, any conflict in the Middle East can also do the same. There's also a situation in Nigeria. Nigeria is an oil producer, so again, you have to watch for that. Oil has just so much geopolitical risk involved that there's always some type of premium built in there. But this morning, oil is holding up pretty well at the moment. So we'll see how this all plays out. But light sweet crude trading up a little bit. Gold is having a big move, and need to respect that when we see it. With that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet today. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.